gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon/wrestling fans of the world, Mega Crasher is here, and I bring you guys the WWE Extreme Rules 2016 results/reaction/review, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be a video that contains major spoilers, so please navigate your way from this video if you have not yet seen the pay-per-view and do not want to be spoiled. That being said, you've been warned. So, this pay-per-view, its outcome did not surprise me whatsoever. And what I mean by the outcome, I'm talking about the outcomes of each match. Earlier, I ended up doing a video with 3 friends of mine talking about our predictions for Extreme Rules. And the predictions versus the outcome is so similar. And I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm not shocked. This pay-per-view is pretty easy to predict. The first match that we got is going to be on the pre-show. It is the match between Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin. Now, the outcome of this match did not surprise me. I wanted Baron Corbin to win. We thought Baron Corbin would win, and he did win. And I'm thinking it's about time, because if WWE was to book Baron Corbin to lose again to Dolph Ziggler 2 pay-per-views in a row, to the same guy, that would have made absolutely no sense. Because how would WWE be able to justify that? They wouldn't be able to. And finally, this will be the last time that we see Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler face off against each other, because they faced off each other so many times. Like 50 times it feels like, you know? But finally Baron Corbin gets a very decisive win over Dolph Ziggler, and now we can finally make both these athletes move on to bigger and better storylines, hopefully. No disrespect or hate towards any of them. I like Dolph Ziggler, and I like Baron Corbin. So with that being said, let's move on to the actual first match of the pay-per-view itself, known as the Club versus the Usos in a tornado tag match. This match was pretty crazy, especially the ending where the Usos went for a splash and missed and ended up hitting the ring bell, and then of course the Club capitalized and ended up beating the Usos. Now, it was perfectly legal considering that it was at Extreme Rules and it was a tornado tag match where there are no rules. So, it doesn't surprise me that the Club got a win over the Usos. And I believe that this is actually not the first time that the Club actually beat the Usos. Not to mention clean, because they technically didn't break any rules in this match. So, this here doesn't surprise me. The Club looking strong, looking powerful. I like Anderson and Gallows. I mean, like, the two of them look completely badass. And it's just, honestly, it's starting to make me like them even more as a tag team. So coming up next, we got the WWE United States Championship match between Kalisto and Rusev. Now, I thought Rusev was going to win. In fact, I predicted for Rusev to win, and he did. I'm in shock, but at the same time, not so much. There was a small part of me thinking, okay, can Kalisto somehow topple and overcome the large Bulgarian brute Rusev? Well, he did. He ended up overcoming Kalisto, and it was an amazing match, but Rusev got the victory, and now that makes him a 2-time United States champion. And I think that, honestly, this is a great move for the US title because of the fact that Rusev is so anti-USA and anti-hero. It's going to bring more relevance and more heat to the title, and it's going to draw more attention not only to the title, but to Rusev as well, making him more relevant in WWE storylines. So coming up next, we have the New Day versus the Vaudevillains for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And again, the outcome did not surprise me. I knew the New Day was going to retain, and especially given the fact that as, I can't remember who said, it might have been Matty Brawley that had mentioned that Vince McMahon actually doesn't like the Vaudevillains that much. So when Vinnie Mac don't like you, you're not going to get pushed. You're going to get fucking slammed. And this right here was very unfortunate because the two of them are amazing athletes. It's just the fact that since Vince McMahon don't like them, don't like their look, obviously they're going to get buried by the New Day. And it's unfortunate as well because they had a lot of good momentum going. You know, they ended up winning the tag team tournament to face off the New Day here at this pay-per-view. But the New Day, once again, prevail. And I love the New Day. The New Day is fucking awesome. I love it. So, coming up next, we have the fatal four-way match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. You got The Miz as champion, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. This, in my opinion, was a match of the year candidate. Especially the crazy spot that happened. I mean, for those of you guys that's seen it, you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the double suplex, double powerbomb off the top rope. I mean, you had The Miz and Sami Zayn about to double suplex Kevin Owens, and then you had Cesaro get underneath of him and powerbomb all of them into a double suplex, double powerbomb, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That was so dope! I was going nuts, man. Like, holy shit, that match was insane. I was in awe. And this was definitely a match of the year candidate, as I said. Like, I don't give a shit what anyone says. This was a good match. This was fucking awesome. But, of course, The Miz ended up retaining. And, you know what? I mean, I don't like The Miz as a character, but I can understand why it's good for WWE to give The Miz a very good, long Intercontinental Championship run. Because he brings a lot of heat. Not only to the title, but to the fans, too. And it's about, you know, interacting with the fans and getting their reactions. Even if you're extremely hated, that is better if you get no reaction at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, The Miz ended up retaining. What an amazing match. Coming up next, speaking of crazy matches, we got Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose in the first ever Asylum match. Now, this match right here, I mean, I had almost thought that this was just going to be another version of Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose's street fight, where they limited to the use of kendo sticks and steel chairs. But I was wrong. They had straight jackets, they had brooms, mops, fire extinguishers, and thumbtacks. Who the hell would have ever imagined that fucking thumbtacks would have been used in this match? A dirty deeds right to the thumbtacks! That was insane! Not to mention the barbed wire 2x4 being used on Dean Ambrose. Holy shit, man! That was actually a really good match. Like, I was half expecting for that match to kind of flop, considering that, again, I apologize if I don't remember who said this in our podcast, but someone on our podcast had mentioned that an asylum is like a sanctuary where the person cannot escape. And considering that the asylum looked more like a buffed up version of a steel cage where you could escape, it wouldn't really make much sense to call it an asylum match per se. I mean, they should have had like a dome or a roof over top of the asylum, or make it a Hell in a Cell match kind of thing, where they have the Hell in a Cell structure come down and have all these weapons and stuff hanging down. Like, that would have made more sense. You know what I mean? But anyways, not gonna knock on the match. It was fucking excellent. It was a good match, and my boy Dean Ambrose fucking comes through. Amazing. Coming up next, we have the WWE Women's Championship match. Natalya versus Charlotte with Ric Flair banned from ringside in a submission match. Now, I have wanted Natalya to win, but my predictions, as well as my other friends' predictions, we had it bet on Charlotte to win, because Charlotte is an amazing athlete, and if Natalya was to win, I mean, what would WWE do with her and the belt kind of thing, right? You don't see her on WWE that much. She's been getting some TV time lately, because she's been involved in some storylines and whatnot, but Charlotte brings a lot of heat. And the thing of it is that, like, I wouldn't be so annoyed with Charlotte being the champion if her dad did not constantly interfere in all matches. I mean, Ric Flair, in my opinion, he ruined a match that was Match of the Year candidate at WrestleMania, being the triple threat match for the first ever Women's Championship title, being against Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks. It's still a match of the year candidate, but it would have done so much better if Ric Flair wasn't involved. But anyways, this match had no Ric Flair. It was a straight up submission match. It was a pretty solid match. But the ending, okay, I knew that Charlotte was going to win. I just didn't know how she was going to win. Apparently, and I didn't expect this, but Dana Brooke comes out with Ric Flair's music dressed like Ric Flair? Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell is going on here? I didn't expect that. Like, holy shit, that was crazy. And Charlotte ends up putting the figure 8 on Natalya and submitting her for the win. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so you got Emma and Dana Brooke teaming together, and now with Dana Brooke's involvement in the submission match, like what is going on here? Is there some sort of alliance that's going to be formed, like with Emma, with Charlotte, and with Dana Brooke? Like, I don't know, but this is crazy right now. So, speaking of crazy, the last match that we got for the night is going to be AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns in an Extreme Rules match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match was off the fucking chain. Holy shit. I can't believe it. I mean, there was so much craziness that was going on. Like, you had interference from the club and the Usos breaking up pins, breaking everything up, and just everyone was beating the hell out of each other. And the part that I loved was when Roman Reigns powerbombed AJ Styles through the announcer's table. This is like deja vu from like a couple weeks ago. It was crazy. I loved it. I mean, I love when things get destroyed. I mean, makes more carnage, makes the match more interesting. But of course, Roman Reigns ends up capitalizing on the situation and ends up beating AJ Styles 1, 2, 3 to retain the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that right there is going to conclude the WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Except there's one more thing. Seth fucking Rollins returned! Seth Rollins at Extreme Rules returned! Seth Rollins returned! Holy shit! I did not expect that! My boy Seth Rollins is fucking back. AKA the man that never lost his championship. He's back and he pedigreed Roman Reigns to end the show with him holding the belt up. Oh my god! Holy shit, this is big, man. This is big. I can't believe it. I was in shock. Even still now I'm in shock. This is crazy. Holy shit. I can't wait to see how this plays out, man. I can't fucking wait to see how this plays out. But I'm gonna end this video off right here. That right there is going to conclude your WWE Extreme Rules 2016 pay-per-view review, reaction, results, whatever you want to call it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you rate and comment down below and subscribe for more content like this. And if you want more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the Crasher community today. Because you already know the deal, my friends. When we're a community packed and tightly knit as one, you know that we shine brighter than the sun and the moon combined. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next upload. Woohoo! Holy shit, Seth fucking Rollins, man. I can't wait!